Welcome to the Bothy podcast. Here we're going to talk about mental health with a theme of comfort and disturb. I hope you enjoy what you hear. If you find some of what we say a bit upsetting, I at least hope it's a learning experience for you. My name's Morgan. I've got a diagnosis of schizophrenia and I'm a member of Bothy, which is a mental health and wellbeing hub in Helensburgh in Argyll in Scotland. I'm a writer, I publish on Substack and was awarded an MBE for services to mental health some years ago. Today we're in conversation with Carole and we're going to be talking about Bothy itself. Carole, it's lovely to have you here. We're going to talk about Bothy and how it's been so good for you. But before we do that, can you tell us a bit about yourself?
I'm Carole and I live here with my husband Hunter, who's also a member, and we're retired now. We've been in Helensburgh about 5 years, and it was always our plan to come back here, as Hunter was originally from the area. This is where we were going to come back and retire and enjoy the good life. and when we first moved to Helensburgh, we had our little dog Sparky, but he passed away in 22, and after he was a big part of our life, and after we lost him, we were sort of looking for something really to fill up that big gap he left in our lives, and we knew about Bothy, and we thought we would give that a try and come along, and it's just been fantastic ever since we came here. All the things we've got involved in, and it's just been a wonderful experience, and I feel very proud to be part of the Bothy, and because I think that's what people are missing a lot in life is that sense of community has been lost, and feeling part of something, and that sense of belonging, and we both definitely feel that here, and it's quite nice that Hunter and I can both come to separate activities, and we can come to activities together as well, but we don't sort of sit and hold hands at them, and some people have thought didn't actually realise that we were married, which is quite nice. So we weren't obviously sitting holding hands or bickering or anything, so it's quite nice that we can come independently and together and still get benefit from it, and then in terms of they have a full programme of activities at the Bothy. They have regular activities and one-off events too, and sort of small blocks of things too, so that there literally is something for everybody, and the things that I like to get involved in are and really enjoy the photography and writing and mindfulness and art projects that we get involved in too, and it's just a really super environment where you can kind of practice things that you'd never had a chance to practice before, and things that you didn't know you were any good at or not, and it's not all about being good at things anyway. It's just about trying things and the benefit you get from that. And
maybe tell me, when you first came here, I remember when I first came to Bothy, because it's about mental health, I was really nervous. I didn't quite know how to walk through the door. How did you find it? Were you made welcome when you came through?
I was. It was lovely when I came. I came to. I had a wee look at the programme, and I thought, now what could I come along and do? And I thought, coffee and chat. I can do that. I can chat. I can have coffee, and it was lovely. Everybody, it was just a group of people here, and I was welcomed, and you weren't kind of probed with 20 questions about why you're here, and the important thing about the Bothy is it's not something you need to be referred to. It's something you can just join as an individual, and you just fill in an application form, and that's your member. And I like being called a member because it makes you feel like you're part of something special.
And that makes me think of something. I often think the atmosphere here is the crucial thing, but it's hard to put it into words. What would you say about it?
It's just everybody brings something different. You don't have to pretend to be anything. If you're not feeling great, you can still come, and it's also the flexibility as well that I like about it. If you've got something better on, you do that, and it's really nice. And I like that there's a lot of abilities about it. It's the accessibility, and it's easy to get to it, and it's just a voluntary contribution for things that if you were to do, private art lessons or anything privately, it could be quite a lot of money, and it's just the flexibility as well, and the inclusivity as well. It just feels like a place where everybody's welcome, and we all bring ourselves to it, and it just creates something bigger. Is it synergy? That's the word.
Synergy, yeah, that sounds
yes.
good. And talking about that, what sort of things do you do here? What are the activities you get up to that you like?
Of course, it's more easy to say what I don't get up to. And as I've seen, I love the photography and the writing, and the nice thing about it is you can do these things at home as well. It gives you an interest, and I do a lot of writing at home and drawing at home, and then we've done mindfulness as well, and also there's activities that you can do for a wee while, and then if you want to drop out of it, that's fine as well. Because I used to go to yoga quite a lot, but I've discovered I'm not really that bendy, so I've not been going for a wee while, just doing other things, and it's just lovely going out to things with other people, and it's almost like when we meet at the train station and we're going on a day trip. It's like a school trip, it's so exciting, and all the fun we have together on the train, and we go to places that you probably wouldn't go yourself, and it's just nice, and we have a lot of day trips and go to things, and it's also a very sort of democratic place as well. We have a members meeting, and that again, that's very accessible. They have an in-person one, and then after that they have an online one, so if you can't, you've got a chance to say your piece then, and you can suggest things that would be nice for us to do. And
so why is it so important, that sense of democracy and having a say in what happens?
I think it's nice not being dictated to, and just to feel that you've got a say, and it's really lovely to feel that you're listened to and considered, because I think that's a lot of things throughout your life. You do feel a bit not listened to or considered, and it's just nice that you can make a suggestion, and that it can happen, in some form. It's lovely.
There's something about feeling valued, isn't there?
Yes, definitely, and just also feeling that you can contribute as well. That because you think when you retire, that's it. It's just a steady decline. But if anything, we're going onwards and upwards.
Yeah, you were telling me about that when you first came here, retiring, it felt sort of like an ending to things, and instead it's been the opposite.
It is definitely. It's just brought me so much more confidence, because I was sort of struggling a lot with my confidence, because I have epilepsy, and I hadn't. And thankfully, I've not had any fits for about 13 years since I've been on this new medication. But it's always at the back of my mind, if I don't look after myself, and I consider myself more of a recovering epileptic than a recovered one. I think we've all. I mean, most people, when you get to a certain age, you've got various things. You really have to look after yourself, and look after yourself physically, mentally, but yeah, the Bothy has helped my confidence, and helped me just being around people more, because I was very sort of shy, and I've done things with the Bothy that I could never have imagined doing before, and we've the Bothy, we've been in exhibitions, and I've spoken up at things, and it's amazing when I look back and I think, wow, I've done all that.
Yeah. And you write for the magazine,
yes,
don't
I've
you?
just got to say I love and that's another important thing, that we get a chance to have our voice heard, and you can put literally anything you like in, whether it's a bit of poetry or and I've been boring everybody for months, actually years, about my love of birds, and I've been doing a different bird every month for, I think it's about
But they're
20 years.
lovely, your bird stories, because they're also really funny too. It's really nice. They're very, very light-hearted, but absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, I hope people enjoy them, and the sort of drawing and the kind of cartoon aspect of it all. That was something that I kind of got into quite early when we came here. That there was a chance to be involved in a project with the Hermitage Park in Helensburgh had funding to make a comic in conjunction with Magic Torch comics, and we got to input our ideas for that, and I had this it sounds terribly big-headed, but I thought, why don't I maybe ask if we could, if Hunter and I and Sparky could be in the comic, and you could, and so I wrote out little stick figures, and I wrote a description of Hunter, tall, good-looking guy with baseball cap, and then short, and then myself, short woman, pale glasses, and then a description of Sparky, and then they did that all in art, did it beautiful pictures, and it's amazing.
Lovely.
And so that's
because a lot of people don't realise that dogs can be just as big a part of family as anything else.
Absolutely,
it's a huge part of life.
And so that's just now immortalised in this comic. And then that got me interested in the idea of comics and just the fun you can have with all that and everything, and because I always have my birds in the Bothy leather, they always have a funny wee caption with them too and everything, and it's not just a bad drawing, it's a bad caption as well.
And I think you're planning on starting a recycling project.
Yes, I thought, because I love part of my keeping fit thing is I like to try and do 20,000 steps a day, and so I'm usually out walking anyway, and I thought, well, why not bring my litter picker, and it's actually almost as good as having a dog, because people used to stop and speak to us when we had Sparky, and then when you don't have a dog, nobody talks to you anymore, and now they see me out with my litter picker, and it's so nice, because a lot of people, more people care than don't care, and lots of people, chat to me, say, wasn't it awful, all this litter, and I say, well, yeah, all we can do is just our wee bit, and it's actually really good fun, and I'm quite kind of motivated, and I thought it'd be nice to bring the Bothy on board, and it wouldn't just be about litter picking, we do a wee bit of that, but we can do our own wee patch, and try and keep it nice, and then also about recycling, and learn as much as we can about that, and also and get involved in other local, like there's a lot of local beach cleans and other sort of tidy up projects, and then how we can reduce our packaging and our and all these sort of things that could have arms and legs, actually. I think it could be
because there's so much that goes on in the Bothy. Sort of remind me, there's the woodwork, there's the garden, there's the exhibitions, the cooking, the walking.
Everything you could think of, and if you've got an idea about something that we could do, Katrina, the development manager here, she's very happy to make that happen, and in some form, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and we try something else, but it's just lovely how you can make that thing, and it gives people this sense of empowerment, and a lot of the activities are run by members, and that's a lovely thing. They get to share what they're passionate about with everyone else, and it's lovely doing an activity together, because we're not just doing the activity, but we all chat about ourselves and our lives, and what's going on in the world, and it's just a lovely thing to.
I like that feeling of equality, and the fact that members do run the activities. It's good, isn't it?
It's super, and it's just for such a small amount of funding, all that can be achieved here is amazing, and keeping so many people, well and happy and supported, and because it is very easy to fall through the safety net in life, and just have somewhere that you can go, and it's I do feel the one thing that if we were to go into the Disturb theme, is it would be lovely if every town had a Jeans Bothy equivalent, and instead of all the usual chains that we get in high streets, it would be nice if they had a Jeans Bothy in every high street, because there's plenty of empty shops.
That was going to be my last question for you. What would you say to people planning mental health services, and equally what would you say to someone thinking of coming here who just isn't sure whether to?
Well, I would say, well, to the people that are thinking of coming here, I would say absolutely give it a go, and you'll be made to feel very welcome. You won't be, as I was saying earlier, that you won't be questioning why are you here, it'll just be welcome, and do you want a cup of tea, do you want a biscuit, it'll just be, you'll just be made to feel very welcome, and you can relax and give it and try different activities as well, and for people planning services, it's lovely for people to, we're always very happy, I think, to have people coming here to see what's going on, but we love having visitors and chatting to people. That's what we're great at.
It's great, isn't it?
It's lovely, and it's lovely to be able to show what can happen here. And as I was saying, we don't use up a huge amount of budget or anything, and all that can be achieved, and also where it's going as well. I mean, the Bothy is just constantly evolving, and it's just a lovely thing. And the only thing that makes me sad is people that don't have access to something like this, where they live, and that is quite a shame. I don't want to end on a sad note.
Ideally in every town it would be good. Yes,
yes,
it'd be nice.
We could end on a cheerier note. I don't know what else I could say. Just come along to the Bothy. It's great.
Thank you so much, Carole.
Thank you.
That was the
Thank you.
podcast about Jean's Bothy, which I really loved hearing about. Even though I come to Jean's Bothy, it's lovely to hear from other members about what they get out of it. So thank you so much for telling us about it. And I do hope other people come along here.
Thank you. And it's been lovely to talk to you today, Graham. Thank you. And just to share our love for the Bothy, that's great. Thank you.
I very much enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.